Aggressive, maybe the best way to put it, returning punts, not being afraid to, sort of try and evade the first man, things like that. Just what's your approach to that job specifically, that role?
Really, man, I just think of it like backyard football, how we used to play when we was kids, playing throw-up tackle. So, once you get the ball in your hands and then, the return team set up perfect blocks for me and took advantage of my opportunity. So, I'm excited.
What did you see on your touchdown to feel comfortable about taking that ball off the hop?
For me personally, it was looking like it was dying down, and then it bounced, and it was a perfect bounce. And I don't know, I just grabbed the ball and ran. And then once I ran, I just seen a whole bunch of red jerseys set up a convoy for me, and I was just like, yeah, I'm going to the crib. So it was definitely, I don't really remember everything, but just grab it and just run.
What's the mental calculus of when you first decide to let it bounce, and then you sort of realize, I'm going to grab it because there's an opportunity here to make a play?
I think not losing a field position. For me, I didn't want to pin the offense, inside the 10. So I think I was at the 8 or 9. So I'm just like, we got to get what we can get. And once I grabbed it and I just ran, I just knew that it was an opportunity. It was a lot of green grass, so I just took it.
You handled punt returns in 2023, but didn't really do it much last year. Was there any rust to kind of shake off as you got back into it?
I got my rust knocked off in camp. So I know Coach Sig, he gives us a great opportunity in practice to make it feel like a real game. So I knocked my rust off a little early, and I'm appreciative for that.
What was the feeling like when you crossed the goal line and you first heard the crowd roar?
Yeah, man, I blacked out. The energy was amazing. My head started hurting after. All my teammates, was giving me dabs and pushing me and stuff. But it was a blessing and exciting to be a part of, man. Just to get the juice going, man. I feel like the crowd, you can tell they was ready to erupt. So just to be a part of that, punt return team did their job, and it was very exciting.
I think that was a jolt. So could you just kind of feel the energy lift after that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I said, you could tell the fans was ready to erupt about something. So once I scored, I just felt, they were just as crazy and loud. And, I watching you guys last year, I seen the energy, I seen the video. So just to be a part of it and be here live was amazing to be a part of.
I think that was 5th longest punt return in IU history. Is that your longest? 91?
Yeah, definitely. It is. I had a couple punt return touchdowns that got called back at New Mexico State, but 91 was definitely the longest one in my career.
Do you remember your longest one that wasn't called back? Even going back to high school or anything?
High school, no, I don't. But there was a clip where I was going in circles, and I think that was probably about 85, so that was cool.
When you got back to the sideline, what was said to you, coaches, teammates, just, was it praise? Was it, anything else? Just what was said to you at that moment? Really
just praise and energy. You can see I felt like once that happened, the team, our energy lifted up, and then we just start going from there. But really just a bunch of love from the guys that, I love those guys, man. For me, I just got here, so, them welcoming me in and showing me love, man, like I said, I love those guys. So I was very appreciative of that. And when I got to the sideline, there was a whole bunch of hugs, dabs, headbutts. My head was ringing. But it was cool to be a part of it, man. They're my brothers.
You played with Fernando last year at Cal. You see what he does on game day. Just seeing him here at IU on game day for the first time. I mean, what do you see out of him today?
That's my guy, man. He, I don't know. It kind of just felt weird. We was just in blue jerseys last year, but that's my guy. I ride for him, and I'm just happy he's my quarterback again.
Where have you seen him improve last year?
Man, really everywhere. He looks so much more happy here. Even just being with his brother, I know when I took my visit, I could just tell an energy shift, you know what I'm saying? So his leadership has changed. Really just, he's really, he's taken the next level to, just Fernando Mendoza, and you can tell, you can see that.
How do you think him being happier kind of helps him on the field?
Because it just lets you play loose. It lets him play loose, let him play free. You don't have to overthink. You know that 13 is going to be right there. You know 3 is going to be right there. You know that your guys is going to be there for you. So I think just being happier, it just lets him be 15.
Two more
with Alberto, I mean, was that the sort of thing where you heard about him from Fernando last year and coming here, now you kind of get to put a face to the name?
Yeah, and I always heard of Alberto, but I never really seen him. My first time hanging out, he's a lot, bro. But he cool. That's my guy. Like I said, the first day I met him, he just welcomed me in, man. So he's definitely a lot, but yeah, that's my guy.
One more for Jonathan.
I'm not sure what EJ had, but he felt active. Just kind of, what's impressed you about him from when you arrived here?
That boy's a dog. Like, he been doing it, like. And I just, like I said, I just got here, I just met him, but since I've met him, like, all that boy do is work, you know what I'm saying? So it was good to see that, he did his thing, so that was cool to see.
Thanks, Jonathan.